They said it was a civilizing mission, but it was chains dressed in white gloves, sugar-coated shackles served with a silver spoon. We swallowed their pretensions whole, drank from their poisoned chalice of progress and called it education. On the shores of Badagry, we walked the bridge of no return, a bridge where footsteps vanished into the ocean, where fathers and mothers became shadows swallowed by waves. We were sold for mirrors and gin, for trinkets that glittered but could not feed. Tell me, how do you trade a heartbeat? How do you put a price on breath? Yet kingdoms fell for glass that broke and guns that spoke louder than our visions. In their schools we were taught not to think, but to look up, always up, to London for direction, to Paris for validation, to overseas for answers. We forgot that the drums of Africa once beat like thunder, that our science mapped the stars, that our hands molded bronze that still outshines gold. But they told us to leave our calabash and hunt for a golden fleece in foreign fields. Then came 1940. The amalgamation of strangers, north and south, stitched together by Lord Lugard's pen. Then suddenly, 1960 came, like a feast ending too soon, like dawn breaking before the cock crowed. Neither master nor servant was prepared. We waved flags, we sang anthems, but the damage had already been done. Less than a century of their rule, yet long enough to sever our roots, to turn our thongs against us, to implant inferiority like a second skin. And then came the blood. 1967 to 1970, the Civil War. Brothers against brothers, our soil soaked in the tears of Biafra, our children's ribs like broken xylophones, our future starved before it could walk. Freedom turned into famine, and independence became ashes in our mouths. The coups followed, guns louder than ballots, dreams assassinated in the night. Murtala, Gowon, Delegiwa, Ken Sarawiwa, names carved into the tombstones of promises. Then came June 12, 1993. The day democracy was born, but strangled before it could cry. The people spoke, but silence was forced into our throats, and then we rose. We marched again in October 2020. Hashtag NSARS painted across the skies. Young voices thundered at Lekki toll gates, but bullets had said where ballots had failed. Yet, even in blood, hope refused to die. We are the children of survival. We are the echoes of those who refused to be silent. But now, 65 years after freedom, what do we call this? Bodies black, but hearts and minds white as snow. Living in London, in New York, in Toronto, while Lagos burns with hunger, while Jaws drowns in forgotten tears. Our children speak of Naira with disdain, counting their wealth in dollars and pounds. Our graduates queue at embassies seeking visas instead of visions. Our parents send us abroad and we return as strangers, lost sons, lost daughters, citizens of everywhere but home. This is the tragedy of a dependent, independent nation. The chains on our wrists were broken long ago, but the chains on our minds, they are welded tighter, shining like steel in the sun. Independence is not a flag you wave on Oktoberfest. It is not fireworks that die before midnight. Independence is the hunger we still feel long after the feast is over. It is the right to sleep on the bed we have made, warm or cold, without waiting for the West to tuck us in. Nigeria is not a beggar. She is a queen clothed in green, her skin kissed by the sun, her soil pregnant with oil, cocoa, and gold from the Benin bronzes to the North terracottas, from the Aba women of 1929 to the martyrs of and SARS. We are the heirs of giants who dare to dream. So why do we still bow? Why do we still crawl? Why do we still measure our worth in another man's coin? Why do we trade our dignity for the same mirror and jeans in new disguises? Arise, O compatriots. This soil is ours. We will not wait for the change. We are the change. We are the labor of our heroes past, and we will never be in vain.